What up, what up, what up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new episode of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, I want to thank y'all for y'all continued support on this podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. As you watch this video, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel, Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that notification bell so as soon as a future episode or video drops, you automatically get a notification letting you know that your boy dropped something. Y'all see the title of this. I struggled with a title because this is one of those episodes where I'm going to put a couple of things into one, okay? Two great things happened in the WNBA this past week. And I also got to speak on Uncle Shay getting a little crazy on IG Live. I got to give my opinion on that. And then after watching his nightcap special with Ocho Cinco last night, I definitely have to give my opinion on that. Just have some fun with it. But let's get straight into WNBA talk. Congratulations are in order to Asia Wilson. Yesterday against the Indiana Fever, she cemented the all-time record for points in a regular season, okay? Now, the reason why I'm bragging so much about this, the reason why I'm so in awe of this. Now, I will admit, she did not have a great shooting performance yesterday against the Indiana Fever. Let's just get that out the way. She shot 11 for 28. She was completely not herself. And then for the most part, if you really watched that game, it seemed like everybody on Vegas was making sure she get her shots up because she was the only one that put up more than 10 shots. Everybody else put up 9 or less. The closest person that got up more shots was Chelsea Gray. Asia Wilson put up almost 30 shots. Now, again, yes, 27 points, 12 rebounds. I get it. So, from a statistical standpoint, yes, she garnered another double-double. But the shooting performance, again, like I said, 11 for 28, that's not Asia Wilson-like. It's not. But I'm going to give her a pass because, remember, she just missed the last game against the Liberty. She had a boot on her foot. Me personally, I didn't even think she would play this game. I actually thought that she would probably heal up a few games just for precautionary reasons to get her ready for the playoffs. But the fact that she played, gotta salute her. But back to what I really want to say. Being that she has cemented this scoring record for a season, it's only right. It is only right that she wins MVP now. It's only right. It's only right that Asia Wilson wins this year's MVP. Listen, I think she's going to win it anyway, but it should be even unanimous now. Because if memory serves me correct, well, Breanna Stewart and Joel Lloyd had it last year. Stewie had it last year. Then Joel Lloyd beat it last year by 20 points. Stewie had 919. Joel Lloyd had 939. So Stewie had 919. The Gold Mamba had 939. And this was last year. And Stewie won MVP when she had the record for a little bit. Asia Wilson now has it, has 956 points, and listen, she's going to crack that 1,000-point mark. She's definitely going to crack that because they got a few more games to go. She should definitely win MVP, okay? I know everybody wants to throw Caitlin Clark in this conversation. I know everybody wants to throw Caitlin Clark in the MVP conversation. She can be at the table for it, but she ain't the head of the table, though. Far from it. Far from it, okay? It is A'ja Wilson. She is the MVP. The only question is, does she win it unanimous? That's the only question from here on out. She is going to win MVP. The question is it going to be a unanimous MVP? All right? Let's get that out the way. So again, congratulations are in order to A'ja Wilson. And listen, after watching the press conference last night with A'ja Wilson and Alicia Clark, the way that Alicia Clark vouched for A'ja Wilson, the way that she spoke about A'ja Wilson, they both got emotional on that podium. They got very emotional on that podium, and she was I'm basically paraphrasing, like, people don't realize how great of a person and leader that A'ja Wilson is. But we already knew that already. We knew that already. I just love the fact that, a teammate of hers, Alicia Clark, who's been there for a few years now, has been able to vouch and basically talk about everything that I already see. See, I'm not no casual WNBA fan. Been watching this shit since 97, so I already know the ropes. And A'ja Wilson is one of those ones. And this is the same, like every time I've done a video as it pertains to A'ja Wilson, I just feel like it's a crime that she's not being spoke about more, okay? I get it that there's other superstars. Well, I'm not even going to say superstars. Well, yeah, superstars, because Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and I don't want to make this about them, but with their star power and what they do on the basketball court, they are superstars, okay? Because they're box office. A'ja Wilson is that as well, if not more. Reason being is because she's a proven winner. She's a two-time WNBA champion, trying to go for a three-peat. She's a two-time MVP, looking to get her third, and might I say, she's also on quest to try to win Defensive Player of the Year as well. Okay? So, for me, she definitely should be spoken about more, okay? And I just think that it's a crime. And this ain't from me. I'm talking about from other people in the media. It's a crime that she's not being spoken about more as it pertains to the WNBA. She should be the head of the table. She should be the person that everybody should be speaking about. Reason being is because of what I just told you. I get it. And listen, when this draft happened, I said that this draft class was going to set the mark for the future of the league. And so far, I have been right. But we cannot sit here and ignore what A'ja Wilson has done for all these years. We just can't. We can't. And I think a lot of that emotion came out, and that, excuse me, and I'm sure a lot of that emotion came out of that press conference last night with A'ja Wilson and Alicia Clark. I truly believe that. But again, congrats to A'ja Wilson. You are deserving of this. You are definitely on the verge of becoming, well, you're already one of the GOATs of this league, which is crazy because this is your 5th, 6th year, and you're already making your mark already. You can retire now and you in the Basketball Hall of Fame. You can retire right now at this present moment, and bam, you already in the Hall of Fame. But you got much more to go. Much more to go. If I just had to put a number on it, I think right now, if I wanted to give my top 5 or top 10 greatest WNBA players in history, A'ja Wilson is in that conversation now. She's in that conversation now. Even if she doesn't win the championship, she's in it. But if she wins it this year and wins another finals MVP, because she's going to win MVP. The question is she going to win another championship this year? And is she going to win a finals MVP this year? If she get those other two things, she's definitely in the top 5. She's definitely in the top 5. I would say right now she's in the top 10, but let her win another championship. Let her get this 3-peat. And let her get this finals MVP. She is definitely in the top 5. It will be cemented. Let that happen. Let that happen. Okay? Yes. Congratulations to A'ja Wilson. Just having an amazing season. An amazing, historic season. I am very much proud of you. You know, it's unfortunate that the powers that be, as far as the top dogs in media, don't give you your flowers that much. But over here on Sportswear with Dre Day podcast, we are for sure going to acknowledge you, and we are for sure going to give you your flowers. With that being said, the New York Liberty, they are the first team this season to have 30 wins. There's 40 games this season. The New York Liberty are the only team to hit the 30-win plateau. They are 16-2 at home. 16-2 at home, okay? They are averaging over 86 points a game, okay? They have been one of the top teams all year long. Now, there was a run where Connecticut was the best team. I think they started the season, 7-0 or 8-0 or some shit like that. Then the Liberty just crept up and just took over from there. This is coming from someone, obviously, y'all know me by now. I am a New York native. Brooklyn native, okay? Let me say that. This is the best opportunity that my city has to get in the championship parade. Now, yes, I'm a diehard Yankee fan. But I can't trust them. I can't. As much as I love them and as much as I brag about them, they disappoint too much, okay? Even this year, for example, we got Judge, we got Soto. You know, the pitching is going to be an issue. That's going to be our downfall in the playoffs. I know that already. So I'm not expecting a championship parade from them. The Knicks ain't going to give us one. The Brooklyn Nets damn sure ain't going to get us one. I don't watch hockey like that, but if it's any hockey team in New York that can get us one, it's the Rangers, but I don't see that happening. So the New York Liberty is our only choice. They are our only luck of getting a championship parade in New York. And the way that this team is assembled, obviously with Stewie, obviously with Sabrina Ionescu, the return of Lainey Hamilton after being out for a while. Shit, she was out before the Olympic break. But with her being back, Jonquel Jones, Van der Sloot, we have, the Liberty are right now in position to be a valuable threat for the WNBA Finals. Last year, I had the Liberty and the Aces in the Finals. This year, I have a rematch. It's only right. It's only right that we get a rematch. Now, yes, the Aces aren't a top 2 team. They might have to fuck around and be a 4 or 5 seed. which means they're going to have to fight. They're going to have to fight for that. Now, this is the crazy part. Now, I just caught myself because I said the Liberty and the Aces in the finals. Unfortunately, now that I think about it, that's not going to be the case. Because right now, the Aces are the 4th seed. Even if they fall to the 5th seed, the winner of that 4th and 5th seed has to play the winner out of 1 and 8. The Liberty is number 1, which means they would have to meet up in the semifinals, not the finals. And then that's where the issue comes into play. Because this Liberty team, this might be their last shot. This might be their last opportunity to win a championship. Stewie signed just 1 year. She signed just 1 year. Who's to say after this season she don't leave? Who's to say that? We don't know. We do not know. We have no idea what's in store for the New York Liberty this upcoming season. But I will tell you this. This is their best opportunity. This is their best opportunity to win a championship. They was close last year. They got to do it this year. They got to do it this year. And if they can somehow, well, they're definitely going to win their first round matchup, whether it's against Chicago, whether it's against Washington, whether it's against Atlanta, because all 3 of those teams is fighting for that 8th seed. All the other teams have clinched playoff spots. The only seed that hasn't clinched yet is the 8th. And that's Chicago, Washington, and Atlanta. So whoever clinches that spot plays the Liberty in the first round, and they're getting up out of here in the first round. So only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I'm really hoping for a championship for this city. I think it would be perfect for New York. But I will say this, though. If the Liberty win this championship, Ellie has to be there. The Liberty mascot has to be there. She has to be on that boat or whatever it is that you want to call it. She has to be there because she is also a star on this team. She is the center of attention. If anybody in these comments, if you live in New York and you've ever been to a New York Liberty game, Ellie, the mascot for the Liberty, if you know who that is, then you will understand why I'm saying she's the center of attention. I don't know who's under that costume or whatever. Whoever that is, they are worth every damn penny that they get. Hell, I recommend that she gets a raise because Ellie be doing the damn thing. And to have the Liberty win the championship and then to have a parade in the city, if you thought she was something at these games, I can only imagine how she'll be at the championship parade. But we're going to see, though. We definitely going to see, though. We're definitely going to see. Good luck to the Liberty as the season almost comes to an end. Well, as the regular season comes to an end. And then we get, ready for postseason play. So good luck to the Liberty. We're going to see. We're going to see. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. I mean, Asia Wilson's my favorite player, so a part of me is gonna always root for the Aces because Asia Wilson's my favorite player. Now that Candace Parker has retired, but as a native New Yorker, I also gotta root for the home team. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But yes. I got to speak about this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, I went out yesterday, went out to eat, my mother, my twin brother, and my niece. I'm on my way home, and I'm on the train. And the first thing I do is I go on Instagram. I forgot exactly which page it was. I think it was All Hip Hop. And it was saying something about how Little Duval responds to Shannon Sharpe's IG Live. That was a little freaky. I'm like, freaky? Fuck they talking about? So, I think it was like I thought it was like 3 pages in that slide. So I'm listening to it. I'm like, Uncle Shay fucking on IG Live. Now, mind you, his phone, I don't know if his phone was on the dresser or his phone was on the floor, but you can literally hear him and the chick fucking. Okay? Pardon the language, but you can hear them getting it off. Now, obviously, people are having fun with this because, you know, Uncle Shay sounded like he was out of breath, and he was like, oh, you're going to take this. You're going to take this, you know what? That's my Michelle. Listen, everybody is having fun with this. From, who was it? From Little Duval, from Ha Davis, to Deshaun Jackson. Everybody in the celebrity world is having fun with this. So, on my way home, Uncle Shay immediately goes on IG Live. Not even IG Live. He immediately posts in his IG story. His page has been hacked. I forgot the word that he used. It starts with a V. Vigorously, something like that. We're vigorously investigating it, yada, yada, yada. So me, I'm just laughing at the whole ordeal because, see, for me, in situations like this, the safe answer, the safe response is, oh, my account got hacked. My page got hacked. Like, when some shit like this happens, when something that comes out, something like this, like a sex tape comes out or audio comes out of you getting it in, the common answer to say is, oh, my page was hacked, or my phone was hacked, or my account was hacked, right? So, everybody is having an uproar about this. Everybody is having their little humor and laughter about it. A few hours later, Uncle Shay announces that he will be going on IG. He will be going on Nightcap, which is his show with Ocho Cinco, to give his explanation. This is where I give Unc the ultimate respect. In this situation, he could have easily just said, you know what? F that. I ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. Or what he could have did was waited a day, let everything die down, and then explain himself. He said, nah, I'm going to do it the same exact day. I'm going to wait a few hours. I'm going to go live on IG. He said, I'm going to go live on YouTube. I think he need to stay away from IG Live for right now. And then explain himself. And I tell you what, he was supposed to go live at 9 p.m. They waited an extra 15 minutes to get those viewers in. Now, trust me, I was one of them that was waiting. It was already close to 300,000 people in the chat. You had 300,000 people. 300,000 people waiting for them to get on live so he can explain himself. And I will admit, he accepted accountability. Of course, he was disappointed, but he also said that his account wasn't hacked. Now, see, my whole thing is this. The question that everybody keeps asking is, was this a publicity stunt? Was it staged? Was it intentional? See, my whole thing is this. I kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt because, again, this is someone who, he's not technology, he's not tech savvy. He's even admitted that he's not. But then there also comes a side to, see me, I've been on IG Live a lot. Like, I've been on IG Live a lot as it pertains to having conversations with fellow podcasters and having some fun Q&A questions with them and shit like that. But even when you go on IG Live, there's steps that you have to take to go on IG Live. Like, there's certain things that you have to do to get on IG Live. You don't just open your phone and then bam, you go on IG Live. There's certain steps when you get on Instagram that you have to do to go on live. So for his phone to just automatically go on IG Live, I mean, listen, for me, I hate to say it, but for me, it seems like you planned this shit, Unc. I'm sorry, because let's just count the ways. On several of your shows, you have talked about a lot of freaky stuff, which again, is your show, it's your platform. You can speak about whatever you want, right? Then we get to your sponsor. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's basically, I'm paraphrasing, it basically gets you off. It basically gets you rock hard before it's time to get it in, right? You've constantly promoted this. If you watch their latest videos, he has his little part in the video where, he gives a little PSA about the pill, right? And again, this is on your platform. This is not on First Take. This has nothing to do with Disney. This is on your platform, on your YouTube channel. And then let's get to the cream of the crop. There are a lot of people out there. I'm not going to say me. There are a lot of people out there that feel like you a little zesty. They feel like you a little light in your ass. They feel like you got a little sugar in your tank, right? Maybe, just maybe if you pull this off, maybe that'll calm everybody down. Maybe everybody will say, oh, wait, I'm getting it in. There's no way he could be gay. I don't know, man. I don't know. What I will say is this. I respect the fact that he's taking accountability. Now, he did say that his assistant, Jordan, was the one that stopped the IG Live. I guess his assistant also has his Instagram information to where he got into the account and stopped the IG Live. He said his assistant was the one that posted his account was hacked and yada, yada, yada. It wasn't him. It was his assistant. So I will give him that he's taking accountability. And the one thing I do know about Uncle Shay, and this is just coming from knowing him from afar, because I didn't just pick up on Uncle Shay from Undisputed. I've known Shannon Sharpe from afar since he played football with the Denver Broncos. See, some of y'all only know him from the media aspect. I've been watching Shannon Sharpe since he was a tight end for the Denver Broncos, okay? He's a Hall of Famer, for those of y'all that don't know. He's very, very, very disciplined. He's very, very private. And for this to happen, you could see it in his eyes he was embarrassed on that nightcap show. Now, Ocho had fun with it, and he had every reason to have fun with it. After what happened a few days ago when when Shannon Sharpe tried to read him his rights about being late. Ocho, this was the perfect time for him to get his get back. So salute to you, Ocho, for getting back at him for it. But listen, they both had their fun with it, but you can still see the pain in his face. You can. Now, as far as marketing this shit, their marketing team is top notch. They got shirts already, nightcap, the number 69 on the shirt. During the YouTube live, they was basically talking about, should we do I think somebody in the comments was saying night claps. So now they got night clap shirts. I mean, listen, man. The way that they're going with this is genius. Now, my only thing is what happens with First Take. Because I remember when Paul Pierce did this. He had strippers on his IG Live. And he got fired. So, does Shannon Sharpe get the same fate? I don't think so. I honestly think he's going to stay put. Besides, he's a way, way, way bigger commodity for First Take than Paul Pierce will ever be for ESPN. So I honestly think that Uncle Shay is safe. I think he's safe. Whether y'all think it's right or wrong, I think he's safe. I don't think anything happens to him. But listen, if you had a messed up day yesterday, seeing that had to put you in a great mood. Because listen, my day was already going good. But that shit had me in tears, man. That shit had me in tears. Now, Stephen A., don't you try to do no stupid shit. Don't you try to do anything to try to outshine Uncle in this. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because you look like the type that'll try to do some shit to try to get one up on Uncle Shay. Don't you do it. Don't you even try to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But, listen. It's a wrap for this episode. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. Keep it going. Keep it growing. Keep it flowing. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that link button. Hit that bell. Once the episode drops, you immediately get a notification letting you know that your boy dropped. Hit that like button. Share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All that good shit. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support. But before I go, I have to do this. It has been a sad week in entertainment. We have lost two legends, two icons, I'll say that, in the entertainment business. James Earl Jones passed away earlier this week. If you don't know who James Earl Jones is, let me just go through some of his movies. Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. He was the king in Coming to America. Obviously, we all watched The Lion King, right? We've all watched The Lion King. Mustafa, we all know The Lion King. I am not a big fan of Star Wars, but yes, James Earl Jones was in it, and he played Darth Vader. He's played in a lot of movies. The Sandlot. I just said Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. I remember he used to do the Bell Atlantic commercials back in the day. His voice was just so unique. Like, when you think of great voices in entertainment, you definitely put him up there. You put Morgan Freeman up there. You put Keith David up there. But his voice, man, listen. His voice was something else. So, yes, R.I.P. to James Earl Jones. Condolences go out to him and his family. Lived a great life. I think 93 years old. Listen, I wish I make it to 93. Real talk. R.I.P. to Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Maze. If you are a music fan like myself, you are familiar with the group Maze. You are familiar with Before I Let Go. That's played at every black barbecue, right? Joy and Pain. We Are One. Happy Feelings. Like, if you are familiar with those songs, that guy and his band, Frankie Beverly and Maze, are responsible for those records, okay? Passed away, well, we found out on 9/11, but they said that he passed away September 10th. We found out yesterday on 9/11. So condolences to James Earl Jones's family, condolences to Frankie Beverly's family, and listen, I just talked about 9/11. Yesterday was the 23rd anniversary of the heinous attack, the heinous terrorist attack on America, primarily New York, the Pentagon, and I think in PA. So, listen, I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was in high school, and the crazy thing is, we was just getting ready to pledge allegiance. My teacher, Miss Ramos at the time, leaves the room, comes back in, and she's crying. We're trying to figure out why she's crying. She tells us what happened. She tells us that a plane went into one of the towers. A few minutes later, another plane goes into another tower. So now we nervous at school now. We trying to figure out what's going on. And then that's when it was announced that it's a terrorist attack. We're under attack and yada yada yada. Listen, I remember it like it was yesterday, man. I still remember it like it was yesterday. So before I wrap up this episode, it is only right that we have a moment of silence, a 10-second moment of silence for all the lives that was lost on 9/11. We have a moment of silence for James Earl Jones, and we have a moment of silence for Frankie Beverly. So, we're going to have a moment of silence, and it begins now. RIP to all the lives lost on 9/11, 2001. RIP to Mr. James Earl Jones. RIP to Mr. Frankie Beverly. Once again, in closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another episode of Sports with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here. Peace.